Morning Edirt. Welcome to another beautiful Monday morning. And gorgeous. Absolutely love this time of year. We're about to just break out of winter into spring. Short sleeve shirts starting to come to the top of the pile in the cupboards. So this weekend, what was going on out there in the big bad world of off-road, adventure and enduro? This weekend was an absolute breakout one. It was a double-header national round of the Enduro Championship down at Umzumbi, that's on the south coast. So it's been a long time since we've been down to the south coast. We came close to that area last year where we went down there and kind of inland to Harding, and that gave us actually one of the best national enduros that we've had in a long time. This time around, with it being a double header, obviously more points on the page, and it made sure that everyone who was in the championship or wanted to be in the championship and get all those points on the plate made the trip down. The only real notable absentee was Double T, Travis Teasdale. You know, he's kind of locked in. We knew he would be quite locked in, certainly through this part of the year for international duties. Wade made it back, and he did take a win on one of the days as well. So that's old Wade Young. You know, he's still in great form. He's still the man to beat most of the times when he lines up, but he doesn't really focus on the national enduros. He does it if he's here and if he can do it, and if he's here and if he can do it, he's definitely one of the guys to beat. Flanny got a nice win as well, and there's more news to come on Flanny. Slater got his first national win, so he broke his duck, and he did look like he was going to do it as well, because he came off great form at all of his regional rounds, as well as at the MP. You know, he didn't manage to get the win at the MP, that went to Blake Goodside, but he did get a really solid finish every single day. The other notable rides were Little Matty Green getting a third and a fourth in category. So Greenie has been one of the kids making the big step up from high schools into the pro categories, that's E1s and E2s. And I really am very impressed, always impressed with the kid. He's stuck with his 150 for this season. And he's obviously come back from, you know, some international racing. You know, he was across at Romaniacs, and it's definitely bolstered his confidence. He's looking like a polished rider. He's always been a polished rider. You just sometimes need that extra little confidence boost. We all knew he could do it. He just needed to know that he can do it, and he needs to look at those trophies on the shelf and realize that he's the man. So good job to Greenie, and I'm not going to call him a breakout star. He's been a superstar for a long time now, but really starting to find his feet in the pro ranks. On the championship category, the big kid, William Oosthuizen, is still keeping his hat in the ring. He's still going to have to go up against and fight it out, because the minor placings were himself and Blake Goodside. So it's still going to be a bit of a nail biter coming down to the final rounds of the national championship. But the Umzumbi was a wild one. Lots of overnight rain for the guys to deal with. Lots of extra technical difficulty when you throw riverbeds in and then the riverbeds go into flood. Well, it definitely asks for, I think the guys at Midas would be calling it like a triple green situation. You know, you want super sticky tires, super soft mousse, and Jarvis plus that skills to get up that kind of stuff. That's why I'm so impressed with Slater, and I also really like to think that he's going to be a big threat for national championships and pretty much every race that he lines up for next year. But everyone who took their wins down at Umzumbi, great job to you. A couple of weeks back, Gideon Jacobs actually made the trip across the border up to Botswana and hammered the nail, took the big quad overall win. So well done to Gids, waving the flag for the quads as well as the quad guys down here on this side of the border, and commiserations to you Botswana quad boys. But you know, Gideon is the man at the moment. He is the fastest and most tasty rider on a quad in 2018, as he was in 2017 as well. The other things that went down this weekend, it was National Motocross. That was down at Zone 7 down in Cape Town. And Tristan Purton finally got his national season going. He's been there or thereabouts, but been really battling to get his overalls. It happened down there. The rest of the guys were still in the mix. You know, it was going to be Purton, Goose, Tennant, and Tennant still looks like he's got one hand on the red plate, but Purton's starting to come now. And when Purton gets into this kind of form, he's a bit of a juggernaut, and he does build pace and keep that pace going the whole way through the rest of the season. So that's super fun. So quite a busy start to August, as we said it would be. The rest of the things that are going to be going down are Racemere Built. That's the next round. I think it's round number 5 of the GXCCs. That's coming up this weekend. So Racemere Built, not too far away, kind of Ventersdorp side, just Magaliesburg and beyond. So it's not too far down the road. This time of year, very dusty, little rocky, nothing too bad. But Lawrence does mark the track very clean, and he keeps those rocks in mind. So come out and race with us down at GXCCs at Racemere Built next week. It's going to be an absolutely huge one, and it gets us within 2 rounds of wrapping up the championship. So that's where we are. You know, as we get to the end of August, almost October, as we get to the end of August, we really start thinking about like championships and who's in it to win it, and people start approaching races differently at this time of year as well. That's what we do notice, because if you're defending a championship, you don't want to be going hell for leather. It's going to be fun to see how the GXCC titles do unfold, because I'll talk about that next week when I report back, but the championships have super tightened up across all of the categories. For now, I'm going to sign off with a nice quick one. I will report back next week on the GXCCs. For now, just a little personal note for me. We are still running with the sponsorship and support from Gareth at Holeshot, but we do need to bring on 2 more sponsors to try and pick up what we're able to do here at Hollywood Hills. For example, the Mzumbi, I wanted to cover that actually going down this weekend. Unfortunately, due to funding, we were unable to go and cover it. So those are the kind of things that I want to do. So if you guys want to get in touch with us here at Hollywood Hills, just follow the little tag at the bottom there. You can send me an email. Most of you guys who are following this will be able to find me on Facebook, or you've got my number in the phone. So give us a shout. I'd really appreciate it. And we want to build on what we've done for the last 2 years on Hollywood Hills and really grow the format. For now, I'll sign off. You guys have a great week, and I'll see you out there at GXCCs on Saturday. Cheers, bye.